Ohio trails Miami in the Eastern Division with Miami in second and Ohio in third. So a win tonight could give the Bobcats a step in the right direction.
Well, Nick, since the Trimble girls team isn't able to finish their season, we've been following the Belpre Lady Golden Eagles. They're currently ranked 4th in the TVC Hawking with a record of 10-7. We traveled out to their game at Waterford on Thursday night and watched them compete with one of the toughest teams in the TVC. I'm here in Grant Park at the Taste of Chicago, an event that showcases local cuisine for residents and tourists alike. Hundreds of protesters marched onto the Dan Ryan Expressway in Chicago in an effort led by Father Michael Flager and Reverend Jesse Jackson. The two leaders negotiated with state police because they believe shutting down only 2 lanes wouldn't be enough to bring attention to Chicago communities that lack resources.
Well, the Superintendent Johnson is the one who negotiated on behalf, because we told him. We told the state police and we told the Chicago police. We are not going to sit on the side of the road. We came here to shut it down.
Shut it down.
We either shut it down or get your buses out to arrest.
We will not sell for 2 lanes. And I want to thank the superintendent for negotiating. We will not give up. We're marching for jobs and we want to stop the violence, stop the drugs, and save the children.
The purpose was to shut it down so that they can know that we're serious. That it's not just about 2 lanes. It's about stopping what they're doing so they can understand that we want to stop the violence.
Business as usual should not be done. We need this radical type of actions to make our voices heard, to let people know that we're not, going to take this anymore, that we're going to keep fighting. Rahm Emanuel's got to go.
Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel supported the protest, but Illinois Governor Bruce Rauner took to Twitter calling the protest unacceptable and saying that there were clear parameters in place, but instead the protesters chose chaos. The mayor responded to Rauner saying that the protest was peaceful and told the governor to delete his account. In Chicago, Samantha Wiesneth, Fox News.
We had victory today. We shut it down.
Are you registered to vote? I am. Good for you.
Now that we're getting a new governor, I think people are getting energized and just ready to go.
You want to vote?
Yeah, I do.
Election season has begun here in Athens, and certain races have students excited to cast their ballots.
This is pretty much standard size. There's not much activity during off-year elections for local races like school board or city council. But for state elections and federal elections, there's a lot more interest.
Though excitement is in the air, there is still some concern from locals who may be uneasy about students having a say.
Yes. That's a copy of one of the ballots.
I think the biggest problem is when it comes to tax levies, like property tax levies, where students have the right to vote, but they're not paying the property tax. So that's always a problem that people have with students voting on those issues.
In spite of this, many organizations both on and off campus are making an effort to register student voters.
Oh, wonderful.
But I know there are a lot of groups out there that work together, League of Women Voters, other parties, of course. They'll do registration drives.
Different groups are registering people, encouraging people to register and to change their address if they've moved, and a lot of students move.
For an absentee ballot, and they send it to
And the process is a breeze.
A new registration. Nowadays, it's really easy to register to vote. You can do it online. Also, you just fill out a form which asks all the pertinent information. So I hope everybody votes. We put a lot of work into it, and that's what we're here, to help everybody vote.
In Athens, Samantha Wiesneth, WOUB.
Thanks for being registered and voting.